Me and Jake running down the street with a handful of comic books, kicking ass and banging chicks and drinking booze
No, not
and
me.
smoking
Not
weed.
me. I'm married.
Yeah, well,
I'm married.
Jake.
Can't do that.
Yeah. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.
I had a plan, Tyler.
I had a plan, Tyler.
I'm Jake. That's Tyler.
I'm Tyler.
What's
That's
the point?
Jake. Why are you so?
Episode 227.
Why are you so upset?
Well, you're saying it was loud. I'm like, I know. I was gonna fade it down when the song was done. Just be patient.
Just be patient. I'm trying real hard
not to crash out on your ass.
Kick you in the nards. Right? There you go.
We've been writing so many songs.
Hit songs.
So many hits.
Hit song.
Put them drums to
after
use.
hit song.
Banger.
Boom.
After
After
banger.
banger.
After banger. Anyway.
See, we just harmonize.
We're just there. We're just there together.
It's just. You
know what I'm thinking?
What?
So I'm coming day and night.
Yeah.
I mean, it's terrific, right?
That's what it feels like. That's what it felt like making the music.
Sure, but we're not, coming. It's weird. I mean, no.
Man, don't bullshit me.
Yeah. All right, you're right. You're right, Arnold. You're right. Just kidding all over.
I'll eat your ass.
Anyway.
That is
episode 227.
Somebody from HR is getting called. Yep.
We got some sheesh to talk about, some stuff. So the funny thing about this, we are going to talk about.
You think we have anybody still listening after that whole thing at the beginning there with just?
Probably not.
All right. So welcome to episode.
We are going. Well, I don't think we've ever really done this before, just because of how it worked with my time off and vacation and things like that.
Yeah.
But
all your fault.
We're doing back-to-back Absolute Batman episodes. Because we did episode 12 last week. We're doing issue 12 last week. We're doing 13 this week. And we got a little bit of news to talk about.
Do we?
With Absolute Batman. So it's going to be an Absolute Batman heavy
It's going to be an Absolute Batman again.
And of course, we have some other comics. Yeah. And then Gen V.
Some shitty ones.
We also have Gen V to talk about.
Some good ones.
Because, man, oh, man, that episode. And we're not going to get to 8 because this is going out before we've actually seen episode 8. Tyler's all caught up. That's the important thing. So we're going to talk about that. And then, of course, we'll have comics. But.
Yeah.
So,
we'll also talk comics.
Anyway.
It's a long box.
It's my favorite drop. It really is.
It's
or at least
so syrupy smooth.
Segment intro. I like.
It's so syrupy smooth. It's like being on the moon.
Sounds like a bunch of bees. I was trying to make it fun, but I ruined it.
Gross bees. Bees that you wouldn't.
You are the motherfucking Antichrist.
That's what somebody is saying.
There's something wrong with that recording. There's a lot of hiss.
It's like
a lot of hiss.
It's something weird.
You know what I mean.
You know what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying. We got the volume way up, and it's mostly. What about you? Got another one?
Shut the fuck up.
Kind of how I felt about that.
Not bad.
Anyway,
me first.
Sure.
I think you went first last time, so
I don't care. I don't care what you think. I'm just kidding. Floor is yours.
A couple weeks ago, when I'm bored and I'm got nothing to do and I got my phone, there's a couple different things that I do. I have a ESPN Fantasy Football app, so I check my lineups.
One of them's Pornhub.
Will you shut the fuck up? Check my lineups and, add, drop players, stuff like that. Make sure everybody's good. Because I check that like 4 or 5 times a day. I have a couple mobile games that are just time wasters. I have like 4 different emails that I can check from time to time. I got my socials that I can check. And every once in a while, I'll go online and check. I'm not sure how I saw this article about hundreds of beavers. I think one of the Minnesota Vikings articles, because that's basically what I read is Vikings articles online.
Yeah.
Everything else is like either on Twitter or TikTok or I almost said Imagiscope, Instagram.
What the
fuck is wrong with you? Imagiscope. Fucking dipshit. So
we got Blue Sky and
Imagiscope. It's the alternative to Instagram. Copyright Tyler Allen.
What?
Fucking A, man. Fucking A, Skeletor. By the way, if you...
that has got to be a drop in and of itself. Say that again.
You fucking A, Skeletor. If you want the He-Man movie to fail, by the way, make sure you cast Jared Leto. And can we please talk about that at some point today, too?
Oh, how bad Tron Ares failed?
Yeah, and how much he's a piece of shit because he fucking abuses women and he's a piece of fucking shit.
And he has a cult?
Yeah. Okay, so
he's over here being like,
am I the Messiah? I don't know. I could be. I'm not ruling it out.
Anyway,
I'm trying to think of where it must have been.
I just saw it on Amazon.
Because when I'm at work and I have some time to kill or whatever, sometimes I'll look up like Lego.com. Like that's really the only it must have been.
Well,
I'll look up fun facts at work and they'll give me other websites. Like I found it through like another thing. It was like, and I was like, "What the fuck is
like
this?"
A random Google update or something.
Or like hundreds of beavers. Da da da. So I looked at it. Of course, I thought I was looking at porn. I was like, "Awesome, dude."
Either one thing, I'm looking at a lot of vaginas,
100 chicks and one dude. That's right up my alley.
Or something was really crazy with a bunch of dams because there's about hundreds of beavers.
I was not thinking beaver. No, I'm just kidding. The article had the picture or whatever, but. So I went and checked it out, and I was reading about it, and I was like, this sounds really interesting. If I get the chance, I want to watch it.
Yeah.
And last night I was just sitting around. I just finished Task, and I didn't want to watch Gen V till today, so I could have a fresh, take on it. And it was on Prime. I actually went to watch Gen V, and it was there, and I'm like, I got to watch this. I just got to see it. And it is... I've described it already to Jake and his wife. It's like if you dropped a regular dude into a Looney Tunes cartoon. All the animals are played by humans in suits, and most of the buildings are computer generated, like they're drawn. So the story opens up.
It looks like if it were like made on like a shoestring budget, like if a bunch of kids made it. Like because
with the technology that exists, it's easy for anybody to make this movie. What sets it apart is the imagination. The acting is really good. It's a silent movie. There are some words, but not many. At one point, like the trapper, Jean Kayak, he says, "Oh shit." There's one, but most of there's not like a lot of like where people say stuff and they show a title card. It's not a lot of that at all.
Yeah.
But you'll hear them say different words and whatnot. But the whole story, it opens up and it's this guy and he's got this whole apple orchard and these two giant barrels of like booze. And he's called the Applejack. He's Jean Kayak the Applejack. Nice. Acme Applejack. And so basically all the trappers in the area and woodsmen and whatever come to him to party. And then they leave and go back to their jobs, right? He stays there the whole time, so he's just getting fucked up this whole time. Like that's all he does is get fucked up. And one day he's dancing around and stuff, and these beavers come up and they eat away the moorings on his two giant barrels of whiskey. And one of them rolls away, and he's like, oh, whatever. He looks up at the one, and he's seeing double, so he's like, I still got two, And he stands on the top one, and that rolls away and into his house and sets the entire orchard on fire when it explodes, right? And that's how the story opens. And it is all about... It is part romance... It is part wilderness survival tale, but not really because he's generally exposed to the elements, but obviously it's cartoony type
it's
shit.
slapstick, so it doesn't
right.
really matter.
So it's black and white, so most of the time what he's standing in or playing in or falling in, it looks like snow. But for a while he's shirtless and like has no shoes or socks on. He comes out of the snow like after like a while after the whole thing burns down. It's mostly slapstick comedy. There's a little bit of social satire, but not much. It's mainly just there's a lot of laugh out loud moments, but a lot of it is just marveling at how I found myself thinking a lot, I wonder how they did that.
Yeah.
And that's not a knock to the movie. It's the brilliance of it, because you're like, okay, these are I could see how they do this part and how they did this part, but it's like, how do they do that?
And it's almost novel because you're seeing it like actually you're seeing a movie that goes back to the silent movie era style and wholeheartedly like embraces it, because like from what I've seen it's like that they made all those sets, like that is
they made a lot of them and filmed them and then like or whatever, like
well, they shot it with modern cameras, right? But they made it look old school, and
you'll see what I mean when you watch it. It's really really
I've
good.
seen the trailer for it. Like I've heard nothing, but I've heard it's like one of the funniest movies they've seen last year.
There are a lot of laugh out loud moments that you wouldn't expect. That you'd be like, why did I laugh out loud at that? But it's just because of the way it's shot and because of the way it's acted. Let me finish. God.
Really?
Just always talking over my
You
shit.
always talk over me.
I do not. I sit over here and I puff.
You sit over here and
shut
up.
Shut the hell up. But basically the plot is, the guy wants to marry a girl and her dad wants hundreds of beaver pelts. So that's like basically what his quest is, but there's a lot more going on in the movie than just that. It's actually there's a lot of funny moments. I don't want to tell you about any of them because it's not. I won't do it justice by describing anything that I saw on screen.
Well, and I don't want you to overhype it.
And B, Naked Gun is still great.
I still need to see that too. Yeah.
But and B, I want people to go into it just knowing that you're not prepared to see what you're about to see. Just know that you're not prepared to see. You're not prepared for it.
Oh, dude, just watching the trailer, I was like, I have no idea what the fuck this is.
Yeah, I read about it, and that's why I was like, I didn't want to see a trailer because I saw they had a picture, and I'm like, I don't want to see a trailer. I just want to see it, and I got lucky. If it hadn't been on Prime, I don't think I would have seen it because. If it would have, I do pay for like a lot of the streaming services, so I probably could have gotten it no matter what it's on. But I also am glad that it was on Prime because it's like, okay, well, I was already there.
Don't even get me started.
And now I can actually do that. Yeah, HBO's going up.
When we talk about that in the news.
Hundreds of Beavers, hilarious, great.
I'll have to check that out. Perfect. And Naked Gun. I need to watch both of those.
Naked Gun is great. Like a teenager with 3 babysitting jobs. I didn't need another babysitting job. Classic.
The one promo that we saw before fucking Fantastic Four, when they're like, I was still mad about the Janet Jackson scandal. That was 20 years ago.
Not to me. Dude, that whole bit when he's in the office with, oh my God, that whole bit is hilarious.
Yeah.
It's fucking great, dude. And Liam Neeson carries that movie, dude. But
speaking of comedy, continuing the theme,
I guess.
My wife told me that you learn a lot about someone. You learn a lot about yourself, really, about the movies that you like, or the movies that you grew up with, or movies that you feel like were formative for you. And she said, I've learned a lot today, because she had the day.
Oh, yeah.
So she had the day off from work, and she texted me like, while I was working and being like, oh, I've learned so much about you. And she was referring to Tenacious D in The Pick of Destiny. And I wanted to talk about that in my long box, because I have seen that movie so many times, a crazy amount of times. And you and I kind of had a discussion about it, about like, I think the reasons why you don't like it as much as I do it's like we've had this discussion about comedy, and it's subjective, and things like that. Because I think we started talking. Anyway, point is, I wanted to kind of reminisce about that movie a little bit. So I was like 13 when that movie came out, and of course I didn't see it in theaters, and that movie flopped in the theater.
Oh yeah.
So I saw it when it came out on HBO, much late, like a few months later. Yeah. And I didn't know any. I had seen like trailers for it here and there, but I had really no idea what it was. And I had known about the HBO show. Yeah. But I never really watched it. And so I
caught like one episode here and there. I didn't see enough of it though.
And I had seen Jack Black and other stuff.
Yeah.
I obviously, and I've talked about Nacho Libre on the show. So
Nacho Labia?
Nacho Labia. That's the fucking porn version. So
Nacho Libre.
I just remember seeing that movie and just being like, what the fuck is this? Because the movie is a pseudo musical. It's not like a 100% musical because there are long stretches where it is just a movie. But there are big dramatic musical sequences. And there's potty humor. But I joke about it because I said I treat it like a musical because I go back and watch it again and again just because I love the music. Because the songs are crazy and ridiculous and funny. But I legitimately love that movie because it is just... I felt like you would like it more because to me it feels like very much peak Jack Black post Mr. Show. Or like he's still doing he did School of Rock at this point. He had done kid stuff, but like this was him I don't know, this was like the most HBO movie that was like to a wide audience, if that makes any sense. That I think it was like the end of like that alternative comedy scene is the way I'll put it. That really kind of started with the Mr. Show. Because the whole Tenacious D thing, if you go back even further, like I was listening to a podcast that Jack Black was on, and he explained that the whole Tenacious D thing just happened because David Cross was at a Tenacious D concert where there were like 12 other people. Yeah. And put him and Kyle Gass on Mr. Show.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that movie is kind of like the end of that era. And then like after that is where you get like the Judd Apatow, Seth Rogen, Superbad, Pineapple Express, like those movies.
Yeah.
And so I kind of have a nostalgia for that. Now, the criticisms that you had, I think are fair. And I think that's the beauty of comedy, especially it's such a subjective take on it in an art form.
Let me put it to you this way. One of my favorite Sandler movies is 50 First Dates.
Classic.
Great, right? How many jokes in that movie make you go, ooh, that's just either it's really badly, poorly, it shouldn't have ever been said. Like half the movie is a joke about how the one chick looks like a dude that he works with. The German chick. She looks like a dude. When was the last time you saw it? Like half the movie is him working at his job at the zoo.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
And there's
it has been.
Let's not even talk about Rob Schneider playing in a Hawaiian National.
Rob Schneider always plays the racist stereotype.
A native Hawaiian. Yeah.
Like he played a real bad Asian caricature, but
listen,
he gets a pass because he has an Asian mother or something like that. I'm like, it still doesn't that's still not okay.
Listen, the reason why I'm bringing that up is because I still love that movie, and I will sit through those parts because I know that the rest of it is worth it.
Yeah,
I feel like to you, Pick a Destiny is like that to you, or maybe not.
Yeah.
But it is. That's how I feel about some movies.
Yeah, I mean, as I've gotten when I saw it at 13, I thought the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen, greatest thing ever. But as I've gotten older,
it gets funnier once you start smoking weed.
Oh yeah, believe me. Once I smoked pot and watched it high once, I was like, this is even better.
I finally get the rest of the movie.
Oh my god, half this movie makes so much more sense. Same thing with Pineapple Express. I was like, wait, what? No, with that, I agree. Like, there are some things where I'm like, sure, maybe it's not whatever, but it's not the funniest movie I've ever seen or whatever. But I still think for me, it still holds up in a lot of things. Like, the fucking amount of celebrity cameos that are in that movie.
I've seen it once. That was enough for me.
Ben Stiller as the guitar tech. What did Papatello tell you? You need to watch that fucking movie again. I think you need to watch it again.
I think you need to watch it
and
again.
You need to watch it with
Listen,
you need to also have to be with a incredibly biased audience member like myself to truly enjoy it. No,
What are you doing this weekend? Actually, Saturday night I got a Bucks game.
You bitch. You just dangled in front of me and took it away from me.
Just dangled in front of me and took it away.
Let's go to the news.
Fuck yeah, bro. Fuck yeah.
So,
what?
While I was in Colorado,
×2.
While I was on vacation,
whoa.
New York Comic Con happened.
How is this in news? Oh,
and we didn't talk about it.
Why do you even have to talk about going to Colorado at all?
Well, because that's why I didn't really pay that much attention to what happened. The only thing I really had was what you sent me from it. I was gonna tell a story, fucking paint a picture. You ever think about that? You fucking dick.
Fucking dick.
So anyway, while I was on vacation,
okay, Jake.
While I was on vacation, you sent me a text.
Yeah.
You sent me a picture of the Daniel Warren Johnson commission that was at New York Comic Con.
Yes.
Of the absolute Batman putting this ICE agent in a
sleeper hold.
And it's fucking rad.
It's
awesome. Like sold out like hotcakes at the event because I would have bought it. And not everybody liked that, of course, but I think I'll speak for you here. I think it's safe to say, as some people who actually, which is sad to say because you wrote for the fucking character, understand the character better than you, Chuck. We understand that if Batman were in the reality we're in and saw the shit that ICE was pulling, Batman would beat the fuck out of them.
Yep.
And do everything he could and make it a mission to stop what they're doing. Because it's fascist. You thick-headed fucks. It is fascist. And I know people should be like, don't treat people like they're stupid. No, I'm past that. Because fascism is here, idiot. And it's because of people like Chuck, who gives a fuck Dixon, who has lost all sorts of relevancy and has become the biggest grifter there is in the comic book industry. And clings on to this right-wing shit where he has a response, where he's got his buddy Sergio, I'm not even going to say his whole name because I don't give a shit, an artist, commission a piece in a response to Daniel Warren Johnson's piece of Batman grabbing apparently it's supposed to be a trans person wearing an Antifa shirt and another caricature of a left-wing person. And then you said somebody made a response.
And it's him
around the corner, holding them, protecting them from the cops. Don't worry,
Antifa chums.
By the way, Antifa, anti-fascist.
Yeah.
Do I have to keep spelling this shit out?
No, and here's the thing. If you've been alive long enough, and I do mean over the last 5 years, you know this by now, that Antifa means anti-fascist. You know that when Kristi Noem and Pam fucking Bondi and all those fucking shitheads say, we caught the girlfriend of the founder of Antifa. Yeah, you know where Antifa headquarters is? It's Arlington fucking National fucking Cemetery, okay? That's where fucking Antifa headquarters is, motherfucker. All right, my grandpa didn't die doing that, but he fought in World War II. Yeah, he fucking did. Why do you think I put it in the song? Okay?
Again, Batman, and this is what I'm saying. Chuck Dixon's big claim to fame was he did the Bane, the Nightfall stuff with Bane, right?
Big fucking
also,
deal.
him and...
Whoopty dude, Chuck.
Whoopty shit.
Yeah.
Whoopty shit.
Yeah.
Like, again, that's the one claim to fame. Then you saddled up to Rip-a-Turd, and his whole fucking shamble of a comic book company, which is falling apart. And
we haven't talked about him in a long time.
In what world would a superhero be against a group of people that says they're anti-fascist? You fucking moron. You complete idiot. Either you're stupid or you're grifting. It's like that's really what it has to be.
You don't think that the fascists are going after vigilantes? You're going to be shitting me, dude. That's like the first...
Batman operates outside the police.
Yeah, they would be going after him.
Yes.
They'd be like, so what is his immigration status? Which is a bunch of bullshit. Go back to the fucking 50s. The American government incentivized Mexicans coming here to do the jobs that Americans didn't want to do. Go look it up. That is why we have a Hispanic population in our country. And you try and tell me now that was a mistake or that was, a date. Fuck you, man. I'm so tired of it. Like, I was at the store the other day and I saw this mom and her baby, and it was and they were Hispanic, and I'm sitting there and I'm obviously, just as a human being, I'm like, this is a wonderful scene. She was getting balloons for her baby.
Yeah.
And the baby's just sitting in the little car seat, like kind of like, whatever, like babies do. They just kind of
hanging out,
flaring around, whatever, but smiling and stuff because it was mom and it was balloons, right?
Shiny object.
I was enjoying that scene, right? And then, of course, what crept into my head, I wonder how long until ICE pulls them over.
Yeah.
What happens if ICE pulls them over? That kid might never know his mom. And that fucking made me angry.
So, again, think about that. Just think about that. Think about the fact of what's happened in our country where people are being ripped from their homes and treated this way. And treated as subhuman. Make no mistake, they are treated as subhuman. That is how... The let's just stop pretending. That's how Republicans, and let's stop sugarcoating it. That's how your racist uncle, you know who you are. That's what they believe.
Yeah.
So,
meanwhile, the fucking economy is tanking. And Trump just destroyed the fucking East Wing of the fucking White House.
Sorry, I didn't want to.
Is that up loud?
I'm talking about...
You're right, but is it up loud? Because if it is, it shouldn't be.
No, it's not.
Okay, turn it down on the computer thing.
No, I was just... I'm not...
You're right. I'm
talking about the house.
You're right.
My home.
You're right.
Yeah, but...
No,
but that's just my point. Is like, and I know, like, if you don't want to hear the political shit, I'm sorry. That's just the world we live in, guys. But that's my point.
Also, what we believe in democracy.
The reason we went on this... and the reason we went on this explanation, and I want to take time to it, because I'm kind of tired of just... We're so stupid, I have to spell this out now. That's how dumb this country is now, that we have to keep spelling this shit out and telling you. People like Chuck Dixon are racist assholes who don't deserve any more attention than what we're going to give him now.
Yeah.
Because let's just, and again, stop pretending it isn't what it is. It is fascism. It is... what you can call it Nazism if you want. I think that's fair to say that.
Sure.
It's jingoism. It's all this shit. And
we're only bringing attention to him so we can call out what a fucking racist piece of shit
and there's a
he
reason
is, and that none of you should follow him. None of you should be listening to him. You can. I mean, I don't care, but have the critical thinking to understand that he's rage baiting and he's spewing hate. And hate and divisiveness, and he's scum.
He can't be racist. He works for a black man.
Bullshit.
Yeah. Look how good that's going for you, Chuck. Saddling up with Eric July and how successful that's going.
Yeah, he's burning the world down right now.
Yeah, taking over comics.
Yeah, the Rippaverse just got signed.
It's
to,
doing
Warner
so
Brothers
well. It's doing
for
so
like
well.
a whole like cinematic universe. Oh, that's wrong. I'm sorry,
Tyler.
That was somebody else.
It's doing so well that Chuck has to rage bait to get some sort of attention. Because nobody's talking about Horseman.
What's Horseman?
Exactly.
Fuck you, Chuck. All right.
One quick more thing to get you angry before we get into things we like.
Aww.
No, just this will be quick. Go fuck yourselves, HBO.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers, specifically.
Yeah. And
I hope nobody buys you.
Mm-hmm.
Better yet, I hope you get so desperate, like it's the cheapest acquisition.
You know what? I really hope to. When I'm watching the end of a show and it's like a really powerful show like Task, and it's really important that I'm allowed to watch the fucking credits and process what I just saw. and the music is gorgeous. Whoever made the music for Task is fucking great. It's really important that I don't have it immediately go to a little box in the corner with a bunch of suggestions of what I should watch next. Because you know what happens once that box appears up there? I can't go anywhere else. It won't let me go back to the credits. It won't even let me go to the suggestions.
Dude.
You've just fucked me, and now I have to go home and go to the home page of my smart TV and go complete. You know what I mean?
It's first world. It's first world problems.
I understand that. Yes,
but yeah, I agree.
Figure it out.
I hate when
figure it out.
I hate it. I hate it when streaming services.
You know what else? It's Prime. When I go to your, when I pull up Prime, no, this is a good one. When I pull up Prime and you got, here's one thing, and then you got like little dots at the bottom, right? And each one is like a show or a whatever that you're promoting, right? So like you got the John Candy, right? And it plays for like 5 seconds, and then you move it, and it's the next thing, and it plays for like 5 seconds, and then right, and it just rotates, right? Okay, now here's my suggestion that if I pull up Prime and it shows I Like Me and then it goes away and I go back to it, I clearly want to study it for a little longer. Don't immediately go back into the rotation as soon as I take my finger off of the button. You know what I'm talking about, right? I go back to it and then it's still
I'm
problems my ass.
I'm pissed because HBO Max just casually just random the news got out before a subscriber even got an email about it. But they're like, oh, yeah, there's another price hike, and it's effective immediately.
Fucking dicks.
And I hate to be political again, but do you feel great ever in this country at this point? When you wake up every morning, do you feel great here?
I do want to remind all of you that Amazon, Microsoft, and Google have all sponsored this ballroom bullshit
and
had a hand in ruining and wrecking the fucking White House. So take that.
That's the point. That's the thing. I think these companies are intentionally jacking these prices up to get you to bundle. Because they want you. They'll take the hit there, but they want you to bundle the fucking Disney Plus, HBO Max, Paramount Plus, fucking HGTV.
I'm going to get rid of all of them and get a brand new email and just get all of them that way. As long as you got a different email, you're fine.
Fuck it. Pirate it. Fuck them.
I'm not going to pirate it.
I'm not going to say that legally over on the podcast.
I'm not actually going to pirate it. Asterisk, wink, wink.
Dude, I'm
asterisk.
too lazy to do that.
No shit. All right, it's time for comics.
But I really do think it's that. And it's frustrating because, I mean, it just none of these services justify their prices. Let's be quite honest. And I'm gonna have to do some downsizing, and that's why I think we've continued to keep so comic book focused on this show, because I cannot afford all these fucking streaming services, man. This is some.
I am surprised.
Shit.
Like, if I looked and saw how much I paid every month on streaming services, I'd probably be appalled.
Yeah. Because now it's like $18.
Let's look at it. Let's look at it. I have the Disney, Hulu, ESPN bundle. I pay for Prime. I pay for Paramount Plus. I pay for Peacock. I pay for Netflix. I pay for Sling now. I believe I still have my Apple TV subscription. And I think that's it.
I will give a shout out to
That's
Sling
a lot
for the day pass. I do appreciate that for football. But
comics?
Don't even get me started on sports and streaming.
Comics?
You need Paramount Plus, and you need Peacock, and you need Netflix.
Comics?
Maybe a little bit of, yeah, go ahead. I'm not doing it. I'm not your performing monkey.
I could write a book about what you don't know.
All right, so Marvel decided to just bend over their readers and fuck them in the butt.
That's you're telling me Marvel committed reader sodomy?
Let's go ahead and just look at the checklist.
Write that down.
You texted me a picture of this, and
oh yeah.
Yeah, let's just look at.
Well,
this.
I got it ready because when by the way,
it's not this one. It's a different
time
one,
out.
Right? Yeah,
so yeah, all those that one page with all those other books, we've already talked about it. We brought it up on the show. But I was reading it, and I took a picture of it, and I said, fuck off, Marvel. LOL. Because this book that we're talking about is X-Men Age of Revelation Overture. It's by Jed MacKay with art by Ryan Stegman. Here's the thing that I get frustrated with this whole thing. Keep saying the thing. It wasn't badly written. And as a book to set up an event and set these things up, not badly written. However, why the fuck? Do we ever learn from anything? Like, why are there 30,000 bajillion X books off of this shit?
Okay.
Because if you truly wanted to follow this story from start to finish, you'd have to read, 30 books a month? It feels like. Not 30, but it's crazy amount of books.
The point of all of this is just,
So, essentially, it's what we talked about. So, Apocalypse's heir is Revelation,
okay, so,
Doug Ramsey.
Okay, so they can't let the Age of Apocalypse go because it was such a huge seller.
Yes. It's just like Old Man Logan always comes back.
God.
It's always their biggest stories, always come back.
Yeah, it's just like enough until it's, yeah. So they said to themselves, let's take all of the X books and let's turn them into something else like we did with Age of Apocalypse. And what happened is, apparently, I don't know how this happens, but Revelation, Doug Ramsey, was also named Cypher in the New Mutants, and he was pretty much a worthless character. Like, he could understand all sorts of languages, which was great, especially computer languages. And Warlock, the technocrat,
Actually, would be an extremely useful.
He was his in today's world. Fuck yeah! But he was he would make an armor around Cypher when they went into battle and stuff. And so again, he really had no powers to speak of, like, offensive or defensive. So he got shot and died, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know how he became Apocalypse's heir. I don't care. But listen to this bullshit. Listen to this bullshit.
I got it ready.
So we've already mentioned what we're reading is Age of Revelation Overture. Don't do that yet. What? Oh, God damn it.
I tried not to. My fingers
It's
slipped.
okay. It's okay.
I got too excited.
All right. Amazing X-Men #1.
What?
Binary #1.
What?
Laura Kinney Sabretooth #1.
What?
Longshots #1.
What?
Rogue Storm #1.
What?
Unbreakable X-Men #1.
What?
Iron and Frost #1.
What?
Sinisters 6 #1. Get it?
Come on, don't bullshit me.
X-Men Book of Revelation #1.
Misery, misery, misery. That's what you've chosen.
Omega Kids #1.
What?
Oh, it gets longer.
What? There's more?
Oh my God! I've only through one column. Jesus. The Last Wolverine #1.
What?
Radioactive Spider-Man #1.
What?
Expatriate X-Men #1.
What?
X-Vengers #1.
Fucking pronouns!
Oh, this is great.
There's still more! Are you shitting me?
I got an entire column.
Oh, my God.
Undeadpool #1.
What?
Time out. Solid name.
Really?
Why would he be a zombie if he could heal?
Cloak or Dagger #1.
Oh.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
World of Revelation #1.
What?
Now that's just the Age of Revelation books. Meanwhile, in the present, X-Men Undertow #1.
What?
Spider-Man Wolverine #6.
What?
Deadpool Wolverine #10.
What?
Emma Frost the White Queen #5.
I'll eat your ass.
Wolverine Revenge B&W edition #4.
Misery, misery, misery. That's what you've chosen.
And Avengers #31. I think what they're telling us is this is in the entire Marvel checklist for the month. Like
Either way.
I don't care. I'm not buying that many fucking books.
And you might say, what's the point of reading all that? Not just for a joke, but
J.P. Meyer was the inker.
To really get across, this shit's ridiculous.
We talked about this one time when we bought.
You know how much you would need to get all those books?
$1 million, bitch.
We bought. I think it was Deadpool and Wolverine #1, and there was a checklist. And it was one column down the side of they do like a double page spread where it's like news and whatnot. DC does it too. And it's like news and happenings and interviews with creators and whatnot.
Yeah.
Trivia and shit.
Behind the scenes
Right,
shit.
yeah. And they have a column, and it was all down the right side, and it was a checklist. And I started reading through it, and I realized, oh my God, this isn't the entire Marvel checklist for the month. This is the X books for the god. There was like 19 books. 19 titles.
19. It's what, like $4 to $5 a pop, depending.
We're talking $100 a month for X titles alone.
Yeah.
And don't believe. And you know. I need the proper amount of sarcasm on this. You know.
Oh yeah.
That those.
That was a good one. Yeah, I beat you on that one, man.
You know that those fucksticks over at Marvel are like, they're all #1s, $5.99 for the first one. You know what I mean?
You are nothing but garbage, yeah.
You know what I
Nothing
mean?
but garbage, guy.
I agree. You're right. So next book. Should I do? We've been doing a lot of drops. So should I do?
I could write a book about what you don't know.
Drop it up. Drop
Marvel.
it like it's hot. See what I did there?
I did.
That's a Snoop Dogg
All
song.
right. So this is Marvel Knights: The World to Come.
So
line.
I read up.
I did too.
Okay, good.
You probably have more knowledge. I just know that it's
About
like
the same.
another like wasteland future.
They
Marvel
did.
universe.
Every time I looked it up, all I got was the limited series they did earlier this year.
Yes, that's the only. That was Joe Quesada, right? Was one of them on that.
Something, but
But
this
yeah.
is 25 years till the
Right.
world to come.
So this is the Marvel Knights imprint of the Punisher #1. This is by Jimmy Palmiotti and Dan Panosian.
Now let me do a little preface here, please.
Sure, I go.
So back in the day when Image came out and stuff, everybody wanted to draw like Jim Lee and Rob Liefeld.
Yeah.
Okay. So you had a glut of artists, really shitty artists. In fact, artists like Al Milgrom, who had been drawing for decades, changed their style just so it fit that bullshit fucking the perspective and shit that Rob Liefeld did and the bad feet. Dan Panosian started off as an Image dude. He was a Rob Liefeld-esque, and not a very good one, artist that worked on one of his Image books. Because he had like 5 or 6, and none of them were ever on time, so who gives a fucking shit? They weren't. It was dumb as hell, dude. #1's coming out next month. #1's coming out next month. You know what? #1's not coming out till next year, guys. Sorry. Image was so stupid. But, so Dan Panosian, for a long time, every time I heard that name, this is 89, 90, 91, 92, right? So every time I heard that name, because he's been working for a long time in comics, a long, well-deserved career in comics, because I think he came into it and was told, hey, you want to draw like this. Ever since that era, I believe that he looked at it and said, this is not my style. I don't really have a style. I need to make a style. And like all great artists, he studied and he found different ways of presenting his art so that he can do different styles.
Yeah.
And there's an artist from Mad Magazine back in the day named Mort Drucker. And there's also one from the EC Comics era called Jack Davis. And they're it's not cartoony per se, it's realist, but there's an element of comic book to it, right? Like, for instance, one in particular I want to show you is the look in his eye, right here. He looks crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This looks almost like, it looks like a comic book shot, right? Now, the other one I want to look up is... These girls are obviously very beautiful, right?
Yeah.
But there's still a comic book element to them, right? And just the way that
the art is crazy in this book.
It's so like
so
raw
good.
and
so gritty
good.
and grimy and gross and and it adds so much to it. And the ending's kind of wild. I love it. So first of all,
the obituaries.
So I want. It's just.
I just wanted to say
it's
that because
funny how
I'm proud of Dan Panosian for starting off somewhere and realizing, hey, I can be my own person, and for doing it, because I love this book. I don't even give a fuck if that's Frank Castle or not. I don't care. And by the way, I thought, how is this going to make me feel about that awesome 12-issue series that
I wanted to talk about
did?
that. I want to talk about that. So
this doesn't take away from it.
So I wanted to point it out how I think it's funny because I think this show is the most I've ever talked about the Punisher in my life. Okay, so I'm not a huge Punisher guy.
Which
Never
is funny because I've always been like, I'm not a Punisher guy either, but
we've talked about him a lot on
that
this
12-issue series was so
really
good.
Yeah, and I wanted to talk about that. So this is...
That was like 3 years ago.
It is interesting to go from that to this because it's still... I think both stay true to the character, and I think that what he's trying to do with this, I like that we're getting the classic Frank, and like, dude,
I love the blockiness of his costume,
and the writing and Palmiotti's art, writing and Panosian's art are like such a good blend here because you're right, and I didn't really notice that, but. There's that grittiness throughout, but when there's the women, it's much more of a like pop traditional style. And then when it cuts back to Frank, it's more of that hard edge griminess. And I just feel like women are like a little bit more like romanticized on the page.
That's a perfect way of looking at it. If you ever watch like old episodes of Star Trek or even old dramas, they would have You'll see like the wide shot of everybody and it looks normal. Then they'll do a close up of the guy and it looks normal. And they'll do a close up of the woman and she looks almost radiant, shiny. It's because they would put gauze on over the camera lens when they shot women up close. It added an element to them. If you ever watch any like dramas or anything from like the 60s or 70s, they did that a lot. So that's interesting that you said that because the art reminds me, again, a lot of the there's an element of realism to it, like I said, but it's clearly a comic book. It's clearly cartoonish, especially the fight scenes.
Oh, my God, the full-page shot of him fighting the zombie, like El Zombie. It's just like, like all that. And so there's this drug on the street that turns people into... zombies is what they call it, so they call it Z. And one of the informants that the Punisher was going after, he killed himself before the Punisher could question him.
Well, it starts off, he's just dropped about 80 dudes down a meat grinder.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude. The shot, like the fucking... we talked a lot about like Absolute Martian Manhunter and this stuff, like Silver Surfer Black and other of those books. Like this is a very cinematic book. And it very much could work as like a Netflix show, but there are some shots that are like you said, a comic book. And that wood chipper scene with the hand on the bottom of the page.
Wood chipper. He's dropped like 80 dudes down a wood chipper trail. Until finally one of them talks.
It's overflowing blood and it's just dripping. And it's just like some of these shots, man, are just crazy. Yeah. And again, I think the art is intentional. I think, again, the women look a little bit more... There's better like, they're curvaceous. There's more... The lines aren't as hard-edged. And then you look at other characters, and it's like he's intentionally kind of like... They're not as good-looking as... Like, they're like kind of ugly-looking in a way. And I don't know. I think that's intentional with certain characters, and then the shot with him in the fucking bazooka is just.
I like the blockiness of his costume. I said that earlier, but look at his costume.
Yeah.
On that
the skull and like.
Well, he's got like two white shoulder pads almost, and then like a white square in his chest, and then like a, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, and
I like that.
What else? God, yeah, it is a fun book, and it feels. You know what it feels like? It feels like those crazy, over the top, ultra violent, like late 80s, early 90s action flicks.
Yeah.
That's what this issue feels like.
It feels like,
and then it gets
feels
even
like
weirder.
Commando.
And then it gets weird. And then it gets into like monster movie.
Because by the end of
territory.
it, he's an L zombie, which is, crazy.
So the guy that he fights is like
Yeah.
this L zombie. So he's souped up on this drug.
Well, they capture him and they make him into an L zombie by.
But yeah,
for
so
like
they
over
torture
a
him.
year.
Yeah, over 100 and some days. Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
And then this, like again, very cinematic. Like you go from that page of him getting knocked out to this big single page, like a movie poster.
Yeah,
and it's captioned like a movie caption, and it's just like I just thought there were so many interesting things. And again, his art style changes, but again, you look at the character. He's got more shading and edges, and he's kind of ugly, and she's very beautiful, and like I didn't think about that until talking about it, of like how distinctly different the women are designed versus the men, where they're all kind of blocky and square, and women are curvy. But yeah, I don't know. We both really love this book, and then it ends with
where he just
mowing down a family having dinner,
which is. Look, if you know
I am death, I am El Zombie.
If you know the mythos and the ethos,
he would never do that,
right? Because that's how he became the Punisher.
Yeah.
So that's just like, holy crap. It also took me about a week before I realized that the cover was a wraparound.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Again.
All right, it's break time.
All around, art, writing. This is a fun book. Really dug it. And
yeah,
again,
it's not taking itself too seriously. I don't think,
dude. It continued, and it's so simple. I know, but it really just takes good writing for me to give a shit about any character. I truthfully, before this show, I was excited when the Punisher was in Daredevil and stuff, and I knew of the character. But before this show, I had never read any of his books, and I never really gave a shit. And like that Aaron series and this first issue is really good. I hope they keep the momentum going. But I'm really digging what they're doing.
Return to Big Nothing.
Oh, and I know there's tons of good Punisher books out there, but I just never. But that's what I'm saying. It just takes really good writers to be like, oh, and that's what I love about comics. And this is go back to wrap it up to get to the next book. But like, I love the idea that this is 25 years before the world to come. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about any of that.
Oh, the big cinematic movie poster was like 5.9 miles above, and I'm like, I don't care.
But my point to that is though,
care where this is taking place.
There's a reason there's collected editions of books, and there's these seminal collections of issues because it just like continuity doesn't matter. It's just finding the right writer and a cool story. That's it. That being said, let's get to Venom 250.
I could write a book about what you don't know.
Did I stutter?
All right. So,
all right.
Venom number 250.
So did we read 249? Is that the one that had the MJ thing that you hated? Was that what that was?
So much that I hate about this because it was all new Venom number 10, but that story continued into Venom number 250, which is just a number we're going to make up now? Or?
No, it's a legacy number.
Yeah.
If you see that last issue of the Incredible Hulk, I think it is, or whatever it is, that's got everything like Captain America, Hulk, Avengers, Thor, like the Mortal Thor issues.
So yeah, this is
they have legacy.
And this is continuing the Donny Cates. This is from when it started in 2018. So this is 250. But there's a reference to Null number 1. I have some mixed feelings.
We don't have to spend too much time
as a
on
fan
this
of
book,
Venom,
to be really honest. The cover was really
cool.
As
a fan of the character, I even wore the shirt, my Venom shirt.
Wow. You know what, though? It could just be a Spider-Man black suit shirt.
Could be, too.
Yeah, so shut up.
So I have a mixed bag. It's cool to be a part of a historic issue.
Is it historic just because it's been around long enough?
Can I just fucking share my feelings?
No!
What I've been trying to say is I really, really loved the King in Black stuff that Donny Cates did and Ryan Stegman did, and I love that original run. So to read this is this continuation with Al Ewing. There's also art by Terry Dodson and Todd Nauck, I think. Anyway, but again, it is MJ Venom, and she's dealing with her struggles of trying to get work as an actress. And while that's happening,
I really didn't pay attention to that arc. I really just paid attention to the Skrull,
Super Skrull dude,
which I didn't really pay attention to that much either.
So he's
again,
in space.
The cover was really cool.
He finds out that Null is back, and then Venom is doing Venom stuff, and the Skrull guy keeps fighting this symbiote, but he can't stop him, and he sends the message like, Venom, you've done this before. If you can hear me, fucking please help. And the funny thing about this is, what frustrates me about this is it hasn't been that long since The King in Black. Mm-hmm. And it kind of goes back to the issues that we had earlier with... And really, it's a nothing issue. All it is guess what? Null's back. But where has Null been? Oh, he's been captured by Hell for some reason.
That's kind of neat.
I did kind of dig that. So maybe I'll look at it, but no, I won't. Because it says it continues in Null #1. Bitch, I ain't reading Null #1. Put it in Venom 251 then, if you're going to do that.
Well, no, they're going to do something else in 251, it shows it.
Oh, my God. Then why have... Fuck you with your fucking bottle issues for landmark issues. Like, I'm so mad. So mad. So, I mean, I'll give him this. The Skrull stuff I thought was interesting and fun. Like, I love the Skrull scene fighting the different symbiotes and fighting all that. But I just... Why are we doing Null again? Mm-hmm. Why? Can we just finally admit and no, we can't because he's too popular at this point. But why can't we just accept, like, remember when Venom was like the height of his popularity in like the 90s, and they just kept doing miniseries? Why not just keep? I know that sounds silly, but for me, either have him in a Spider-Man book, or do what Donny Cates did when you had a clear vision and you're building to something, and then it ends there. I'm not saying Al Ewing isn't, but the couple of issues that I read, and the backstory that I understood before doing a little bit of research beforehand, before reading those issues, I just Venom again. It's just like I feel like he's used best as a miniseries. I feel like he's used best, like. If you're going to do him without Spider-Man, it's best doing a miniseries. Because how much can you keep this up before you keep coming back to Null? Because you're always going to come back to Null because he's the god of symbiotes now.
All I know is that there was as cool as that cover is, there was a Muppets variant, which I'm kind of pissed I missed.
We are Muppets.
We are the fucking Muppets. We're coming to kick your ass. We're coming to take your cocaine and smoking all your grass.
That's the Fuppets.
You're a fuppet, you fup.
You fuppet.
Fup you.
I could write a book about what you don't know.
I do want to give a big shout out to Warner Brothers and DC for continuing this bullshit trend of, hey, here's an extra fucking cover for a fucking $1. And all that it is 3 pages of ads for shit that I'm not going to buy or watch and an extra variant fucking cover. Hey, fuck faces. Yeah, fucking pieces of shit.
Wow.
Absolute Batman #3. I'm tired of it. It's such a shitty fucking thing to do to the consumer. It's so shitty. Like, why would you include books that nobody wants to buy for the extra $1 and then, oh, wait, we didn't send you enough of the regular ones, so somebody's got to buy these shitty ones? Fuck you. You want an extra $1? Make better fucking books. Fucking piece of shit.
Anyway, so, yeah, Absolute Batman #13. Mm-hmm. Catwoman. Mm-hmm. Is finally.
Now we've seen her. Batman. We've seen her in the past in the book, but not as Catwoman, just Selena Kyle.
So the book opens with her being like, "Yes, you're doing the right thing to try and rig the fight because he's gonna get, Wayland's gonna get killed."
But then last time we saw him, she came in and knocked out Alfred, and he's like, "Hey, what's da da da."
Yeah, and I love this sequence because. there's always a constant in Batman's universe, and that's him and Catwoman fucking. And that's what we get. Like, he's like, don't you, like, you're fucking leaving. And then the next sequence is them banging.
Doing it. They're just doing it.
So she sees the scars from the Venom, and she's like, wow, what did they do to you?
Is it really one you talk about? So your helmet, it looks a lot like your Black Mask uses. Is that what you really want to
talk about?
You want to go on a date? So they go to the Red Hoods.
Oh, I love this sequence. Okay, again, I enjoy so far the portrayal of Catwoman and Batman in this, and I love their relationship of like, you want to go on a date, and their idea of a date is fighting the Red Hoods.
Her tail is the fucking
the whip.
darts. No,
or
it's
the darts.
The darts.
Yeah, I see that.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So
absolutely,
so they go and they have to fight him and stuff, and she knocks a bunch of them out, and he realizes, I need your guys' help, and he Venoms out and breaks his whole fucking
she's about to get shot, so Red Hood got the jump on her.
Yeah.
And then he just levels this whole fucking crane.
And they're like, look at him, he's one of them. And he's like, wait a second, no, I need your help. I need to get back into Arkham and burn it to the ground. And the leader is like, hold up.
Also, I love how much this Batman cusses. He's like, I'm gonna burn it to the fucking ground.
Harley Quinn.
Yeah, so this is the reveal. We get absolute Harley Quinn. She is not. So you would think the Red Hoods would be like, whoa, it's going to be like Jason Todd's gang. No, it's Harley Quinn. She is running the Red Hoods. And she's like, if you want to take down
I've heard
Arkham.
tell that Robin is on his way into.
Yes, Robin will be a part of the next arc, is what I've seen. Anyway, I love the idea that she's like, well, if you want to take down Arkham, then you're cool with me, because I'm going to, let's burn this thing to the ground. So they team up. Then we have the flashback, right? Then we have the flashback of Waylon saying, I'm not going to fucking throw the fight.
No.
Or was that before?
That was in the last issue. They show Harley, and
no,
then
it's
Bane.
in this issue. Maybe not there. But yeah, so we go back to Bane.
Yeah, you're right. Bane, and he's like, hey.
We put way too much a human body can take of Venom inside you.
You really believe he'll let you go? He has to. I've given him everything. Any moment now, Batman will give in, and my work will be over. And then he does the thing over all the socials and stuff. And in case any of you are wondering who I am, I'm Batman.
He pretty much shows like,
fuck you, asshole.
I tried to show you with Black Mask, but I made the mistake of relying on the networks. Not anymore. This time I'll show you myself. Because I'm going to drag one of these monsters out into the light for all of you to see, and then I'm going to beat his ass. I'm talking about you, Bane, you little bitch.
I love that he's cutting the whole time I'm reading it, I'm like, this fucker is cutting a wrestling promo. That's awesome.
Yeah, so then there is a shot of him
talking to Waylon, trying to convince him, and Waylon says, you're fired, I'm not fucking throwing the fight. Mm-hmm. It's just the whole thing was like, I wanted to show these guys that we can stand up to them in the ring and beat them.
And you're not throwing, so you're fired. Yeah. And him and Selena are talking about what they're gonna do, what he's gonna do, and she's like,
yeah, don't Venom out.
So she leaves, and he goes down into the sewers with a big cooler full of meat.
And he's going to go down through the sewers and face the beast.
No, he's trying to grab Waylon to help him.
Yeah, I know, but Waylon's going to lead him through the tunnels of Arkham pretty much and get him back or get him where he needs to go. I cannot wait. I think this has been
the final showdown next.
I think, because then I think this is going to set up the Robin stuff or whatever. But I really, 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 love. And I've said it for 13 issues, but my man, the portrayal of Bane in this story is so cool and interesting and new. And it's even funnier because you want to talk about Chuck Dixon earlier. Him and the co-creator don't like this portrayal of Bane. I'm like, well, get fucked. It's better than your version.
Who's the other one?
I can't remember his name. But I'm just kidding. You can have your opinions, but I love this version of Bane. And I love the fact that, well, we kind of glossed over it, though. But the reason that, and we kind of speculated about this, and they had touched on it in the past, but this is the first time we were hearing Bruce talk about using it. But when he says using the Venom, he said he could see 50 moves ahead. So he was like, I was able to see what Bane can
Chuck
see.
Dixon, Doug Mensch, and Graham Nolan. Big surprise.
Yeah.
Because they're all douchebags.
And then we touched on a little bit with Catwoman leaving, but he's the one who's like, I'm gonna use it because they're gonna give me these but she's like, that's what they want. And he's like, I don't care. I want to beat
the only way I can the only way I can beat him is to use the Venom.
And I have to beat the shit out of this guy.
And you gotta be honest. You gotta be sitting there going, I agree with Catwoman, dude. He's been using it for decades. You've had it for a couple months.
But you also understand his perspective of like, I've tried my way and it didn't work. He beat the shit out of me. He could have killed me several times. So
I guess.
Use the weapon they gave me, I guess.
Okay, I guess.
But you're right.
I think she's got a good point.
Oh, I think it's gonna be brutal. The fight's gonna be brutal. And such a
that one issue where we thought he was a great example, beating the shit out of him.
This is another great example of what this series, with this and the Superman book and the Wonder Woman book, have all been consistently very, very good at, is really setting shit up and getting you hyped up for that next issue and building to that. Because like I want to see, because for a Bane Batman story to be this effective, you have to have that moment of where Batman comes back and you're like, I want to see Batman beat this fucking guy's ass.
Yeah.
And it's so brilliantly done. The fact that he even cuts a fucking wrestling promo mid-issue, I love it.
I thought he was gonna use Killer Croc to help him fight Bane. I thought that's why he's going down with the cooler.
I think so. Well, maybe, but I thought it was gonna be like
fucking maybe.
He was gonna help him use like the sewers and shit, but it could also be like he's.
That's what I.
Or it could be yours. It could be both. Who knows?
Yeah, well.
He's obviously going to play a factor in the fight, and then we'll see how the other rogues play out in other issues, because you know they're going to come back. Because, again, just this...
I only hate you half the
I've said it consistently, and I think this was like... Scott Snyder has been really good at doing it, because I need to finish American Vampire, but he's been really good at writing horror. And he's been really good at writing Batman for a very long time. And to really see him meld those ideas like this. Because he had brushed up again. Because there's some really creepy, scary shit in his original Batman New 52 run. Mm. But I think he really blends those two styles that he has together. And then, my God, Nick Dragotta's art has just been... And I keep saying it every time with East of West. But... We talked about earlier with that Punisher book about ugliness and griminess and how it looks beautiful. Like, God, man, he just... At times, you're like, this is too much. But at the same time, you're like, I don't really care because this looks fucking awesome. You know what I mean?
We had the filler issue.
Which now it doesn't really feel like one.
No, because, we've gotten far enough away from it.
It just felt like it really stopped that momentum.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's also missed one other issue. Dragotta.
Okay.
But he plotted that issue. I can't remember which one. But there was another guest artist whose art looked very
pretty
similar.
comparable. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody else can draw this book.
No. And I don't think anybody else could do it this way.
It wouldn't surprise me one bit if I read an interview where Scott Snyder was like, I had a bunch of ideas, and then I saw what Nick drew, and I was like, now I have a bunch more ideas.
It goes back to what we've been saying and what we constantly will give the flowers to. When you can play with the page and you can play with scale at the level that they're doing in this book. Like Batman, we keep saying it. We've been saying it for 13 fucking issues. We were so wrong. Batman shouldn't be this big. He's too big. That's silly. And then we read the first issue. We're like, this is the fucking coolest shit.
To be honest, I think the one conceit about the Batman legend that Snyder changed is what really makes this version of Batman so it lends itself to all of this craziness.
Yeah.
And it is the fact that he's not rich and the fact that he's worked helping to build Gotham. He knows Gotham even better than any Batman ever. like the nuts and bolts and the spine of the city. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's really fucking cool.
Yeah.
And to me, that
and Alfred isn't his butler. He's
no,
he's
a fucking CIA.
He's still his friend.
Killer.
Well,
sort of.
Business associate. He's not but he's not a caretaker for him.
No, he still feels like a guy who's like, I'm just around to make sure you don't get yourself killed, kid.
You and I both have similar
He's already been told to get rid of him, and he's gone against his, so he's kind of on his own, I think, at this point.
Yeah, he kind of went rogue.
Yeah.
But he clearly admires his tenacity at some level. Because he constantly says, like, I love your spirit here, man, but maybe let's just take a second. But, no, yeah, I think, you look back on a year of this, because we didn't kind of do it last issue because we had this one this year, because we had this one coming up. But, man, we talked about it with Wonder Woman, and we've talked about it with Superman in this. It's consistently across the board, man. I kept thinking to myself, how, like you said, how are we going to make these mythos different? How are we going to make them interesting? And all three of those books, they found ways to do it. And this one, again, I think has been man, you talk about Jake coded. It's this where it's like, okay, we're gonna take these really crazy gothic horror aspects of Batman and then dude, this book cranks everything to 11. He drove an elevator shaft as a Batmobile, and it's in the Batcave still because there's a shot of it in this issue.
Yeah.
And this is one of those. That's how good these books have been. Like you said, this is the first time for both of us in a long time where I've read a book. This is the first time I've ever consistently read a book for over a year.
Mm-hmm.
Ever.
Me too.
Ever.
Well, not ever.
But no, usually I'll read for a couple of months and then I'll buy
I'd
a
say
trade
in the
or whatever.
modern
You know what I mean?
era, I think the only thing close to it was Immortal Hulk. Because that was really a good book.
Chew, I was buying those monthly for a long time.
And it's really awesome that at the end of that whatever issue run it was, that the guy who drew every issue, Joe Bennett, turns out to be an incredible anti-Semite, which is awesome.
Who, guess what, worked with fucking Chuck Dixon.
No way.
It's almost like all this shit circles the toilet bowl.
Call me a weirdo, and I said this another time. The guy's from Brazil, and his name is Joe Bennett.
Come on, Bennett.
That doesn't seem like a Brazilian name. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm wrong. Maybe his parents were American expatriates.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Like, how is your name Joe Bennett?
I think you know what his name should be.
Here is Sub-Zero. Now, Plane Zero.
Oh, Battle Off Topic with Jake and Tyler.